I'm so good at Dota. It was pretty good. They looked solid. But what do you think about this Ooredoo Thunder draft? I mean, Venomancer, it's their special sauce.
Well, once again, this team picks Venomancer, and I would have never in any game thought that I would want to play it there. But, you know, they are the team that have made this hero look like it's playable, and they actually win with it. So I'll say OT's draft is pretty good. There's a lot of potential for some particular players, I would say, to pop off. Noob, if I'm playing Puck this game, I feel like I would feel pretty good. And Yuragi on Nakes, I feel like Nakes has a very good matchup nowadays against Naga Siren. So I feel like even though he doesn't have this clear get into the fight, unless they do the go into techies and blast off in the middle of them,
Right.
I feel like he can maybe just stand his ground on his own with the auras.
Right, yeah, that's an interesting dynamic there. And I think that, of course, you're still going to run into some of those issues. They talked about the latent toxicity coming from the Veno later on, which just immediately completely disrupts his rage shenanigans. But I would imagine if you, like, infest inside of an ally, it probably won't matter. I don't know. Regardless, you can take a look at the esportsbet.io odds, 1.7 to 2.0, feeling themselves on the side of Ooredoo again, as the axes get spammed out, and it looks like it's going to be 2 bounty runes apiece.
I mean, the top lane could be a little awkward. I mean, Techie's Lifestealer against a double range of Veno Rubik. I would say one cool thing about this Veno pick was a lot of the heroes OG wanted were likely melee heroes, maybe an Ursa, or even the Lifestealer here, where sure, you're good in the game against the Venomancer, but the laning stage could be really rough, especially when your 5 is a 49 damage hero.
No, it's not a great lane. That's something to be said. Techies obviously does have that spam capability coming out with the sticky bombs and all the rest of it, but it's very much like an all-in type of thing. As we take a look at all 3 of these lanes, BZM facing off against Noob in the mid yet again, and TA2000 again playing Naga Siren. I gotta say, I just kind of hate this hero nowadays. I don't know what it is. I just, you know, not a fan.
I'm not surprised. I think it's like the 4th time I hear you say it this week, so I kind of saw it. And also,
I think it's lost every game.
I mean, I'm not too surprised. I also feel like TA2000, when he plays a range hero, this guy looks like, I don't know, the next best carry in the world.
Right.
We're sure his Naga is still very good, but I would agree with you. It's not looked as good.
But still has been willing to go back to it and feeling comfortable on it, and to some extent for good reason, because he was taking over that game. He was in a really solid position, and in the end, it kind of fell apart. You can see there, at least overall wins to 66% win rate, but has, again, been a little bit rough every now and then.
Yeah, and once again, I like... well, actually, I love the fact that they have this Ring of Basilius again in the lane bottom. They put the Mirana there, so you have double AoE clear against the Naga. So I feel like DM, once again, gonna be up to just a very good start.
Dare we say it? We might see the drums again.
He will be schlomming all over them once again. Why not?
Chu and Omar up top sort of facing off against each other as well, trying to zone him out of this area and make sure that he can deny out any creeps from spawning there, keeping that pressure on, while simultaneously Yuragi's going to run back in. So things to watch for, of course, is Chu gets Galed, is going to actually take reactive taser.
I mean, this man knows his techies, so I ain't going to question it. So yeah, a little bit of movement speed bonus and disarming them, maybe to get away from this Gale into slows. Yeah, why not?
That's kind of interesting. So again, that one disarms when they right-click you and it's active, but then a second disarm once it runs out. A bit of a strange spell, as he's going to keep on plinking Omar there.
Maybe some creative way to get through this lane, right? As they are pinging out Omar. Chu wants to be a little aggressive, but looks like Yuragi, he's just very happy and content to just get some creeps.
Well, he dumps at him, and there it is. The disarm
Double
on the
disarm,
boat.
baby.
Sick. Dude, look at that.
He's going to be a healing bot in this lane, I feel like, for Yuragi. So if he can soak up the pressure, which he has been doing, then I think he's doing a great job up here.
Keeping him farming on Yuragi. With that said, still going to probably be a bit of an issue for him to keep that farm going. While down bottom, TA2000 14-3. And Kairi, it's a little bit low down here. Trading hits with Taiga. Does get hit by another one of those fire spirits. And still trying to find some purchase with a stacked up small camp. Taiga gonna redraw aggro. Has to just leap away again. And even a third leap. And now he's in trouble. Does have that fairy fire. The net comes out at level 3. And TA2000, he's gonna draw first blood.
Nice job there by TA2000. This is just a very nice play. You have the stack camp, so even though like Taiga feels very forced to stop it, which he does, but you can sometimes force your enemies into a small mistake. It happens. They get the net. First blood. Great start.
We'll see if he decides to go for a bottle refill. Looks like he is in towards mid. Passes that one back over to Mr. BZM, and then maybe can get another round with the water runes. We'll see if actually he might actually be able to take away the other water rune too. So Noob, off the back of that, is not going to get a refill.
Yep, Taiga definitely made the most out of that situation. Now BZM can look to play a bit more aggressive as Noob. His HP levels are dropping a little bit with the bottle refill and them not being able to get the rune. Uragi up top. A little bit of pressure, but just going to rage it off.
Gives one tap to each of them before he goes back towards his lane, and a stacked up camp will be able to connect there as Kaori comes back to lane. So Techies gets a good pull off on the top side while trying to contest this one by DM, even just clearing out those stacks now.
Omar getting clicked down, but looks like he's going to be okay. Zusold is going to be something we have to watch for in around the 5:30 mark and so on. People are going to drop low. Get some raindrops, my bros. Stay alive.
As Chu is being chased down here, we'll get pulled back in while DM down bottom getting ran down by TA2000. Chu backs away as that little movement speed and reactive taser run out as Uragi makes the move and now can maybe find something here onto Omar, but will manage to TP away as Witter backs out, keeps the pressure onto Chu with the Plague Wards, and does have stick charges. Chu being brought lower and lower by this Veno. Underneath the tower, does he stay alive? No. So they managed to find the kill solo with the Veno.
Okay. I still feel like Chu's doing a pretty good job, even though you end up dying there. Uragi having a good time in this lane, just kind of, chilling away against his two range heroes. He's pretty much getting through the roughest time of the lane. As TA2000, they're doing an incredible job down here. They're up by 900 gold over the Beastmaster.
TA2000 is really at a hot start, as DM did die that one time while we were watching the stuff coming in top. So both offlaners not in the best of situations. Although Veno actually is doing quite well.
Yeah.
Taiga, trading hits. Leaps away from that net. Still trying to stay on him. Another leap charge use, and does get out of harm's way.
Just probably trying to play around for this Zeus ult. Whenever you do have the zero mid, you really want to... You're more inclined to take these trades in your side lane, but not really happening too much, right? Chu doesn't have too much playability up top. Taiga is looking for it.
Trying to find it. Zeus ult, and the arrow does ring around the Rosie, but not enough damage. Oh, Kaori making the solid play.
Ooh, he played him. He was very early on the stick chargers. He knows he has the stick chargers, the raindrop. Gets a little dive around, swoops around him, and gets the kill. That's not only just a solo kill, that's also Zeus ult baited out.
Yeah, really good stuff. And that means that, top lane, they're a little bit more free to make these plays. Taiga refills that bottle. But feeling more comfortable for Ooredoo Thunder across the board. They're off to a 4-0 start right now.
Doing great.
A very good game.
And again, with the double sentry ward in the mid lane, I feel like it's just really good. Whenever you have these two sentries mid, you will nearly always find the enemy mid ward. It's going to help you with the room control. You can also now play around Noob again. They did a great job at doing that in the last game. They can look to do that again in this game on the next active rune.
And you look at this, we're taking a look at down bottom. That active rune, it could even be to maybe try and see if they can sneak away some of these stacks, which are being built up by OG. Not easy with their lineup, it must be said. Yeah. But at the very least, they can maybe come and contest them if they feel the need. As Uragi passed over more regen, just constantly getting that fed into him by Chu.
Yeah, Chu's not going to have the greatest early game as Seeds of Serenity is definitely a very good item to be getting in this lane. As Uragi just going to keep on being chipped down.
Pops the seeds, eats the ward, back to farming.
Missed the CS.
These things happen.
Hate to see it. And a deny, Omar, just chatting it up.
Messing with Uragi for all they're worth. Well, they actually are going to go in. TA2000 realizing that these stacks were being made, comes in to steal away a couple of those big creeps. I think got all three of them there.
Omar's coming, Noob is coming around.
And Kaori there too. DM in a world of hurt. The coil is down, going to connect onto both. Can't get that roar off. And Noob with a double kill, 6-0 at 8 minutes.
Ooh, OT. I like what I'm seeing. They're pressuring up top. They scout out the triangle. They go there's two. The fight continues a little bit. And now it's very easy for Noob to just, okay, I run over, press a two-man coil, get the kills, get the stacks. Pretty damn good.
And this is exactly what we wanted to see from this Ooredoo Thunder lineup, right? They sort of really got this like heartbreaking loss in game number 1.
Yeah.
Were able to sort of come back into this one, you know, not be that concerned about it, and are absolutely slaying at this early stage.
Noob is with an Invis rune here.
Yeah, an Invis rune, and that one's going to be enough of a punish. The lift afterwards, they managed to find another kill. Everybody on OG is dying.
Just gotta love seeing these fast plays. You pick up the Invis, he instantly uses it, TP's top, gets the vision on Yuragi, who he's just always getting chipped down, so he's half HP, easy kill as Noob runs into the enemy jungle.
Silence is there for a while. BZM, the only one that's yet to die on his team, who does not manage to find enough to bring down Noob. Still sitting very pretty, tries to get some of that last little bit to farm there. Chu contesting the Puck's farm. But yeah, game looking incredibly hard, and they've almost lost their tier 1 tower up top too for OG. Ooredoo Thunder, they're doing everything right.
Yeah, everything on the entire map is going perfectly. You have Phoenix who's taking over the bottom lane, because he's just defending, he's chilling, he's not really gonna die. TA 2000 farms the jungle. In the meantime, you have your 2 range guys making Yuragi's lane a living hill. And Noob, he just has an easy time. He rotates in between, and looks like for OG, there's no real answer, at least right now.
Right. No, there are very few places that they can go where it feels like they can set up for a kill or do anything. It's like what the panel was talking about, just not a ton of playmakers.
You need to kick out this Phoenix eventually. We see this a lot in these games, these Treants, these Phoenixes. Kaori is very happy. I would say overall OT, if the map continues like this, they're super happy. So for OG, it's on them to break it and, you know, just make OT respond to you in some capacity.
Right. They need to not just be able to free farm literally the entire map.
Yeah.
I mean, they're even farming the Dyers, Ancients, and regular jungle. So a smoke up comes out now. Taiga, Chu playing together, heading down south towards the area where TA 2000 is, and they will see illusions pass by, but not going to find the real Naga Siren. So this smoke, it's not going to connect.
I mean, can you even kill the Naga? If they would have to find him in a really nice place. So they'll still try to kick out Kaori in this bottom lane, which is definitely long overdue. Let's see if it's going to work out.
Level 7
on
this
guy
Phoenix.
Is living life.
Yeah, the axes come out, tries to dodge away. Can they get vision?
Oh, they got him.
They pull him back in, but the egg, that is not going to work.
He nearly got the hawk, though. I think he wanted this hawk on the right. He nearly got the gold.
I see. That makes sense. Very good, very good. Okay, so first kill on the board for OG. Still, Ooredoo Thunder looking great.
Oh, they're looking amazing. Even with this kill, it may not be enough yet. They're going to be forced to linger around. Otherwise, Kaori might just TP there and, use some Fire Spirits again and delay it. Whereas OT, super happy with how the map is looking right now.
Right. They do have that Helm of the Dominator coming out for DM. As they are also on Ooredoo Thunder, though, taking the mid tower. Kaori does come back. He's not afraid about it. He's like, hey, you can't roar me again. Taiga gonna die in mid. As everywhere you look, they're chasing these heroes down one by one, although Kaori might have overstayed there. So they do manage to find that finish. And in towards mid.
Okay, looks like Yuragi's coming. I mean, I'm A-okay with Kaori going down here. He kept 2 more heroes here, that he defended the tower. In the meantime, they just go mid, they kill the Mirana, and now they just take the mid tower.
Everything going good right now. 8-2. Both of those kills on the Phoenix.
It's someone else's turn to go and defend the bot lane.
And that one a much harder kill to get.
Yeah.
Particularly with the Haste Rune in hand.
Yeah, he has Witchblade, level 10, Haste Rune, Arcane Ring. This map feeling pretty damn easy to play for OT right now.
Man, this is what happens for OG. You win a match, you're feeling good, and suddenly you're like, hey guys, let's techies. Right?
Yeah. Techies is good here, right? Guys, let's go.
Wait, this is the initiation.
Oh, there it is.
The leap into Infest. We didn't think about that one. They wanted away. Lizard was saying getting on top of that Venomancer, and they found it.
They have 3 different, weird jumps. You can even jump into Zeus. He does a little Mario pop into the fight, initiating Zeus. Who was it? Dawn Gaming, Season 1. They were ahead of everyone else.
They knew. They knew.
They knew that Zeus is a goddamn initiator.
We should have known.
God. They knew. I didn't. I'm just too stupid.
No. Well, you know what? As Yuragi backs away, some signs of life as they take down the Venomancer. But Ooredoo Thunder, what do you see them wanting to do? Because I feel like before you were just saying keep the map as it was and they're happy. Is that still the case right now?
I would say step 1, allow TA2000 to play the map, and you allow your Naga and Phoenix to play the map, and if they do it properly, your Rubik, Puck, and Veno, they can kind of go together in a group and look to make aggressive plays. But I think the aggressive play should come from you having a good map position.
Okay. And naturally running into the OG heroes.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
And they're holding their map beautifully. Like Kaori, again, sure, they did kill him once, and then they killed him a second time, but then nicely done by OT. They put a different hero to delay the tower once more, and now Kaori, he's stationed in the bottom lane once again.
And very comfortable there, getting those levels. I mean, he is incredibly farmed. He's almost on par in terms of levels with the Lifestealer. This is a really farmed Phoenix for these early goings. Ragi trying to build into this Radiance, it looks like, as he's already finished off the armlet.
I mean, we've seen before what a Phoenix can do, not only Chu looking with the silence. They have Zeus ult.
Doing what they can. Mines drop down.
It's not enough.
Low, but can't get the finish. And TA2000
Now he's dead.
shows up and cleans up the kill. And now, Invis, do they see these heroes, though? DM wanting to find it.
Here.
This is a good initiation if they can find enough damage in time, trying to kill him off. TA2000, he meant to dodge it! What? He meant to dodge the Zeus ult! Insane!
Stolen Infest.
And now trying to live through it. The stun is out. All right, y'all are done. You can't come back from that. He meant to dodge the Zeus ult. As that is going to be the rundown onto BZM.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness. Stolen Thunder God's Wrath.
Call the police, because that was definitely illegal for him to stay alive in this fight. Now, they had the Stolen Infest, they just heal him up, they get off the Egg Song, Stolen Zeus ult for the next fight coming up. Yeah, I mean, OT, making it look a little too easy. Also, I love the casual cloak for now on the Naga.
I was going to talk about
made him live.
that.
He gets to turn it into the Mage Slayer later. Just all these little things coming together.
Ooredoo Thunder playing some damn good Dota here in game number 2, wanting to push us to another 3-game series. And, oh my god, Omar, he wants it. Does he drop down? Oh no, I don't know if he saw him there or not, but there's a chance he could have maybe find Uragi slipping off to the side, as, of course, he does still have that Thunder God's Wrath, so a massive amount of damage can come out very rapidly.
Okay. TA2000 just protecting his own jungle. I like for now that he has the Orchid queued up. I think in game 1 they were too passive. Going this Orchid to give yourself more kills, suddenly you can kill the Mirana, you can pressure the Zeus, even against Lifestealer as well. If this hero doesn't have Rage, he's just food.
Right. If he does not have a way out, and we'll take a look at this replay again, the freaking timing.
He just got the Manta too. He's on Strength Treads with the Cloak, and it's coming soon.
Brought down lower and lower and just gets away from it. Oh, man. That might have been enough.
Yeah, it was definitely enough. It was like 170 HP, I think, even with the Cloak. Very likely to die there.
Could see the very unexpressive face afterwards. He's just like, yeah, no, this is all the time. Don't worry about it.
This bot tower is still alive. Noob's having a laugh.
As speaking of, that is a good chunk of damage out. Taiga tries to get away, but they won't quite be able to do it. And in fact, on Chu over here to the side, he will be brought down. TA2000 getting that kill and finding another. DM tries to get away in the roar and run. As does look like Noob won't be able to chase him all the way out of there. But OT, they want to keep this momentum going. They're going to take this bottom tower. 10,000 net worth at 16 minutes for TA2000.
OT might be one of the best Phoenix teams, at least in Europe. So Mar just grabs himself a little freebie.
And another one, too, the
And
Courier.
a Courier. Like, there's these heroes that love to defend towers and take fights around. A Phoenix, he can hide in the trees, continuously get... You can see OG, for the last 7 minutes, they just keep running at this tower, and it's just giving OT more gold, more fights, which is totally in their favor. Uragi. Just getting kicked out by a Phoenix for now.
And forced to use Rage. Yeah, I mean, he's gotten so much. It's a serious problem. And as we've seen from OT before, this build that he goes for, it's into a Hex.
Yeah, they've got a lot of big items coming out later. The Hex to play the map better, the Orchid. OG looking with a Moonlight.
Trying to set up there. Gets the silence onto the Veno, trying to bring him down in time, and they will.
Oh,
Noob also dies to it.
Where'd he
Okay,
go?
maybe a little bit of salvation there as they're going to leap forward, find that egg kill. And don't look now, but they got 3 kills on OG.
All right, good stuff. OG, OT, it's time to take a deep breath, not do that again.
I mean, so this is something I wanted to ask you earlier, but these kills kept happening. How much are you concerned about a similar situation to what we had last game? Do you think OG still have that comeback potential that we saw in game number 1?
They do. There's, again, like some timings coming up with the Beast. He's going to help enable his Lifestealer to get into the game later. I still think that Lifestealer does pretty well against Naga later, but if it stays like this, OT are going to be really good off with the Orchid, the potential Hex, and some silences. But if this happens once more, we're definitely in for a very even and spicy game.
I mean, look at that. Dota Plus win probability. It's actually less than it was at this point last time, and the net worth lead cut down to 3,000. Those couple of important kills right there. And again, setting it up off of the Moonlight Shadow, Ooredoo need to come up with answers for that.
Okay, currently going into the OG's jungle.
Find Chu, Lifestealer, he's in a Mud Golem, he's ready to brawl. And DM with Helm of the Overlord does have a creep now, and Yuragi getting closer to Radiance. Oh my god, is he gonna do the Radiance Infest, the BSJ? Is it coming back? Running around in a dragon?
I hope not. I don't want to see it. That stuff gave me nightmares back in the day. Maybe you go in a Hawk and you just AFK in it. Don't you think that's better?
That sounds good. Very, very good. Well, time will tell. Back up to 5k gold lead, and with all of the tier 1 towers taken for Ooredoo and none taken for OG, they don't have that same hero like the Nature's Prophet that can split push to the other side of the map as easily.
Yeah, I mean, when you're this far ahead now as OT, you know that OG don't really want to fight you. I'm not a big fan of how OT are positioning currently, where you're AFKing with 3 heroes mid. This is the hardest lane to like get pickoffs on. OG are just going to put 1 hero here, push it out, and they're going to keep farming the side lane. So for OT, I would like to see them soon spread out a little bit more. As looks like we might have a fight here around the jungle.
Trying to go in for the D ward now.
Arrow connects.
Does connect there. It's chasing forward for more, but the back away and stolen Moonlight Shadow. That's interesting. Coil down. DM. Silence for the moment. Witchblade onto him, as well as all that damage coming out from Kaori. They jump in, and look at it with the shard. It's so much damage out on all of them. OT falling down quick. They lose Beastmaster, but immediately have to back out. Holy moly, was that a big hit.
This is why you pick techies, bros. I've seen this guy do the same thing again. Like, he did it like last year at some Malaysia tournament. I remember they walk up the high ground, he gets his 3-man blast off, suddenly they all turn it around, you drop your mines on them, Zeus suddenly deals 10 billion damage. Beautiful teamfight from OG.
I mean, that was crazy. I have not seen that one in a little while there, and the shard showing its value. Again, these little moments for Ooredoo where it's like you can see how strong they are, you can see how sort of confident they are in their positioning, but if you take one step too far, you only have so many times to learn that mistake before the game's out of hand.
Okay, they're smoking up. They do have Orchid and Mage Slayer on TA 2000.
Well, down bottom, Taiga is showing on the lane, but they want to go for the bigger kill. And heading off to the side is Zeus. BZM just passing right by them. Now, there is Yuragi and Chu over here. If they jump on Yuragi first, I don't know if they can bring him down in time. So another smoke that doesn't really quite connect in the way that they want it to. But did pop out the rage for the Lifestealer. He jumps out, and Noob forced to jump back to join the rest of his team.
I think that OT right now, they're skipping some steps. They're ahead in the net worth, but this map movement is not inspiring me too much. There's a lot of farm down bottom, up top. They need to create the plays for themselves. Push in bottom, get this gold going, force someone there. Then you can take over the jungle, maybe force Roche, because OG, these last couple minutes, they should be feeling very good about this.
I mean, and I think for Ooredoo too, maybe some memories about what happened in the last game and how this all went so poorly for them. If it could happen again, the pressure starts to mount for these teams for sure, on the verge of being denied a major entry spot. And now DM, he's pushing down mid. You can see they are spread out now, going to push out those other side lanes, but that gives opening for OG to take that mid tower and get down some deep wards.
Yeah, mid tier 1 is slowly falling. I mean, they just literally got it for free as TA 2000. He wants to build into a BKB now. Okay. Well, I would like to see them play more on these side lanes and get pickoffs there. You have Puck, you have Naga to get these pickoffs. You also have the Orchid, because you could see them lingering around mid. It hasn't given them anything in the last couple of minutes.
And went for the full Bloodthorn, as a matter of fact.
Huh. Okay. Well, just the silence and the Mage, I guess. Also has the Vambrace to help him out a bit more with the magic resistance as OG coming back to the jungle.
Finding one. Kaori there. Chases forward. Arrow. And didn't connect, but it doesn't matter. It's enough to take him down. This lead being cut into by OG. Now, Noob is still down bottom, farming out that area himself, as going to block the Ancients. And Yuragi, he's still farming away too, keeping that net worth up. They're starting to catch up in a big way.
Oh, they really, like, OG, with their items and what's going on, they're scaling really nicely. It's a little similar to last game. BZM, the more gold and stuff he gets, Zeus is going to output a lot of damage. Like, their damage is not limited, whereas OT, Veno, his item build is going to taper off a bit. You know, he has Greaves, 4-staff, Kayori. He's been sitting on his Mystic Staff, but if he doesn't finish it into a Hex, this entire net worth is just, it's worthless until you finish the entire item.
Right, that's a good point. Yeah, 2,700 or whatever gold sunk into nothing. Needs to finish that one off as soon as possible. Also haven't really been able to take that Roshan, which allows you to keep the map state pushing forward into their favor. Noob runs into Taiga here with Yuragi. Jump, silence, backs away. Can't really do that much. And up top, Voider just going to back away again. So they're holding off again, and every minute that passes while this gold lead remains constant, it becomes less and less important.
Yeah, this next Roche fight, perhaps something they're talking about at this moment is, okay, we want TA2000 to get this BKB and then go force a Roshan fight to then get the Aegis, as Kayori is playing with fire. Nearly got roared there by DM.
Thought about it. Didn't end up going for it, though. Creeps with him, too. So do you like this decision from Ooredoo to basically just be chilling over the last couple of minutes here? I know earlier you weren't a fan of their map movements. Is there anything you're seeing from them that you like a little bit more now?
They're doing better now with how they're slowly setting up the map, but they're losing a lot of tempo. Judging from how they're moving around the map, they're waiting for some of these item timings.
Okay.
The BKB on TA2000, maybe for the Phoenix Hex as well. He's only 1k away now, but it is a pos 5 Phoenix. That means another 1 or 2 minutes of him hitting these creeps, and this next Roche fight, I feel like it has got to work out for them.
And I mean, the other thing to sort of keep in mind is with this Phoenix, one of the best neutral items that you can get, they didn't get it this time. No Philly Stone. So that Hex coming that much less quickly. Still top of the net worth in terms of the supports, and they're still holding on to this 5k gold lead.
Yeah, they're doing better now. You see Puck in this bottom lane, Noob getting pressured.
Silence, long duration. The Glimmer Cape's going to be there to keep him out of trouble.
Yeah, I like this more right now. So now you have Noob who got a lot of gold bottom, pushed in the lane. In the meantime, your Veno got to push in top, and now you can go for a play. This is now where they gather up mid, and I like that.
Ooredoo Thunders resetting themselves. We'll see if they find anything, though. It is the big creep in towards mid. DM keeping it alive as he backs away. And probably is going to need to grab another one pretty soon. But they go into Roche. So this is what they feel like is going to be their strong suit. But likewise, need to be careful. Mirana, Moonlight Shadow ready, and they have Greaves good to go on that Mirana.
OG did scan them out. They know they're not fully hitting Roche, or at least someone is eating the scan. Let's see how they go about it. Scouting with an arrow.
Reveals themselves, taking out that ward for a moment. That was just
Chu is looking.
They have good vision here. Looks for it and finds the puck at the start. He's gone. Just like that, TA2000 finds the control, but there's the Greaves and the runaway with the leap out. Taiga doesn't have another arrow. It connects. They find him. TA2000 not willing to go for it, though. Okay. After the buyback from Puck, they just want to sit back and relax for a second.
Just respecting the buyback. Yeah, why not? I'm a fan of that. Chu, again, with a great catch, gives the spell amp onto the Puck for the Zeus. So BZM just cleaning house. Scaling as well. Has a Bloodstone completed. Building into more. Another smoke coming up.
It's going to come a little bit late this time, though. Roche down to very low HP, trying to move in with the Lifestealer. They throw the lift. The arrow is there, but there's going to be the arrow follow-up. They take the Aegis on Noob after the buyback, and now thinking that they've caught the real Lifestealer, trying to bring him down, but it's not him. It is not him at all. So the Supernova used, an OG. Now, in spite of that Aegis, I wonder if they feel confident just trying to pressure some more.
Yeah, I would say if you're OG, you would still feel pretty strong. I feel like Chu has had a lot of impact in these fights. Very good that they do give the Aegis to Noob. He needs it. He did buyback in order to help you obtain this Aegis in the first place. But a lot of, like some of these items, the Bloodthorn, yeah, it does help you passively, but the Orchid didn't really get you too much. The good thing is for Kayori, he did finish up the Hex now. Very, very big deal.
They can use that one to set up for these fights, take these key pickoffs, either BZM or Lifestealer. Would be super clutch for them. Bloodstone done on BZM. Have an interesting choice there for himself, as they have taken the tier 2 tower both top on the side of Ooredoo and then the tier 2 mid for OG.
I like the Bloodstone build with the tankiness. If OT ever tried really hard to kill you, well, first of all, you're very tanky yourself. You have the Nether Shawl, the Spell Amp. You also have Yuragi, who can protect you. He can infest you, give you a lot of this HP, and then suddenly it's even more. The Greaves on Taiga as well. So yeah, big fan of that build.
Top side, they still need to deal with this pressure that's coming in from these illusions, whittling away the tier 3 tower, killing it off, and having the Plague Wards too set up and keeping that tier 3 tower being brought down. So they're going to send back one to try and deal with this. It is going to be the Zeus. A lot of heroes from OT still in the area.
I do like the pressure on the tower, but OG are doing a good job currently of just having BZM here. He should likely know that they're just hiding. But Omar, he has stolen arrow, and the Hex, as we touched on, it is completed. So OT looking for something more aggressive.
And that tower almost all the way dead. Well, bottom, they haven't been able to take the tier 2.
Tower. Okay.
Can they keep pushing for more down bottom? Because they're not going away up here. Eventually, they kill off those illusions, drop down a bomb. When they show up with more, it's back to the races. And yeah, DM, he's going to force them back. It is at least Kyrie for the moment.
Okay, he's going to look to buy a shard, or I would say gem is maybe higher priority for now, like for this map, to get all the wards going, make sure that you come back, and most importantly, these Hawks. Like when you play this stale game against Beastmaster, the Hawks on the map, they just do so much.
Shutting those down and making sure that there's not a good opening for him is so important, as they did catch sight there of Omar heading away. Now the Moonlight Shadow used, BZM farming up, spots themselves the puck. DM nearby those illusions, sending in his creep nearby. Ooh, thought about the roar there. Instead, gonna roar onto the illusion of the Naga Siren. That's not what he's looking for, but Yuragi's on him. He's down to solo T2000, the Glimmer, but he's gone. They got him. A big Venom ulti, though, as everybody tries to get out. They infest away with Chu, and Omar gonna go down too. Chu could think about reinitiating. The panel laughed about it, but the techies cometh as they try and chase him down. Doesn't have a blast off available again, but another huge win as they kill off the Naga Siren, and OG now have a net worth lead.
I mean, Chu is just owning these fights. He's getting the best blast-offs ever. Maybe I jinx him a little bit.
The jinx is normal,
yeah,
but does manage to get away for the moment.
Okay.
Nope. Blast off.
No
Finds
way.
him. The stun. Oh, Cho! He did it. He takes him down with the Aegis. DM gives the tip. And BZM wanting to set up on him now. Arrow. Oh, connected Taiga. He finds his man. No. And OG, they are cooking right now. Unreal.
Oh, it feels good to be this good. I'm sure OG are feeling this way right now. 90 seconds on the puck. Remember, he bought back earlier. OG are up 3k gold now.
What a turnaround that they've had in another game. OG, they're just finding the right moments. DM on the back of this Helm of the Overlord. This BKB just puts out so much additional physical damage onto Yuragi, who is taking that tier 3 tower. Now, they do need to be careful. There is a lot of spam coming from Ooredoo Thunder.
They can keep slowly poking. At least the puck is dead. Maybe take the tower. I don't know if they want to commit to the racks. Let's see. I could definitely see a way where you just farm the map. Let's see what they want to go for. I mean, they're feeling themselves. They want to go for more.
Plague Ward's down, but it doesn't really matter that much as they run away for a second. Yeah, haven't seen that latent toxicity yet from Venomancer. He's queued up the shard and wants to get it, but I mean, even if you get it, the range isn't that great on it either.
Ooh, I'm just clicking around to see these item builds, and I'm starting to see more and more passive stuff coming out. The BKB on TA2000, I don't mind it, but next item hard. Next item queued up on puck. It's an Aeon disc. And with how these fights are going, yeah, I understand that OG are going on you, but OT, they need to play more together as a team. I don't think it's about the items. It's about how they're positioning.
And that has been a bit of an issue. If you're out of position, you have an Aeon disc, you still might get brought down afterwards, depending upon how it all goes. And Puck, I mean, in that last fight, Chu was just inside of his brain.
Yeah, literally.
Like, he was slaying him.
Yuragi has a full Satanic completed.
And the birds come down onto Omar, tries to back away, does not have the shard for himself yet, hasn't been able to get the gold for it. And now a second root connects onto him. Taiga leaps away, rooted. Greaves backs out. The egg is down.
Okay.
The hex is there. This is a good fight for him, but the jump away, and then the infest inside the illusion. He gets out of harm's way. Yuragi dodges the stun, but the roar follow-up is there. Omar doing a lot in this fight. They've already lost 2. Are they going to lose more?
Oh my God, he's
Yuragi
dead.
goes down, and OT. They're not going out without a fight. They find him there with the song. Going to catch this Zeus. And will they bring him down? The hex is there. They got more than enough.
Oh
Ooredoo,
my
they
God.
find the perfect fight.
See, you don't need defensive items. So finally, they use the Hex aggressively. Kaori just chats it up. He dives in, hexes the Lysander, eggs on top, and the stolen roar as well from Omar on top of Yuragi, who nearly got out by infesting his own illusion, by the way. But yeah, here they combine their heroes and they get to take the fight. Very nicely done.
Crazy, crazy. Back to 1,000 gold separating these two teams the other way.
All right, we're back.
As we swing back and forth. OG just a little bit, like you said, too confident in that moment, and they get punished super hard. I mean, now with the sort of switch up that we're seeing, this Hex on Phoenix finding that life stealer, what do you think OG's path into these fights need to be?
You might have to think about force staffs yourself. So when someone does get hexed, you get to force them out. Or the other way is that I want to be the one initiating so that when I go in, I pop Rage and I can't get hexed. It can't be like some random in-between stuff where, oh, you know, Taiga leaps in. I think that's going to be a one and done. We won't see that again.
It's fair, and maybe that's sort of the avenue that they need to go for, because they have amazing vision on this team. You're going to have Techie's Minds down, Thunder God's Wrath, you've got Beastmaster Hawks, you've got Moonlight Shadow, and I'm imagining, yeah, you can see already DM knows what he needs to do in this game. He's queued up that Blink Dagger. That's what he wants next.
I mean, help Yuragi to get into these fights, right? We were kind of memeing about some of these jumps, but make it easier so that Chu doesn't have to jump in, because he's been owning with the blast off. There's another Hex on Taiga.
They find him with the pullback, with the roar stolen, and the kill. Taiga going to drop. And immediately, Noob backs away.
Oh, this stolen roar is going to be applying a lot of pressure. Sure, it didn't really help them get this kill, but him having it and then having Naga being able to play the map, I think the OT, the next 2 minutes, are going to look pretty good for them.
I mean, it's crazy cast range.
Yeah, it is.
With that Eye of the Vizier, too, it's like from crazy far away. And now, Ooredoo Thunder.
They might be looking for a quick play here.
It can be dangerous going for the all-in, but with the Hex out from Kaori, they find that Zeus lift back. Do they have enough to bring him down? Primal Roar back off cooldown in a couple seconds. They use one on DM. Force Staff keeping alive that Naga Siren, and they still have the Roar on Rubik if they need it. As they set their sights on these tier 3 towers, thinking about going towards mid afterwards. With no BZM, it's so hard to defend this.
All right, OT are back. Someone definitely made a call earlier. Guys, what the hell are we doing? Let's just go in, use our items, use our spells, and let's go play the game. Because now they're showing up and they're just killing everyone.
It's a really impressive showing from them. Because this is the thing too, right? We talked about the mental fortitude required to come back into a game after game number 1, but also within the game itself, they were ahead so far, they dropped the ball, and then they were able to reconstitute themselves, get back going.
Yeah, they just pick it back up. And this Hex, it took a long time, but we can see it. It won them the last fight. Now, again, it gives them this pick-off. And it's just your pause 5 going in with the dive Hex.
I love that. BZM, go. We have
ready.
DC.
No, just go.
Yeah, just go. Don't worry, guys. But Rubik reconnected. Should be back and ready to go again.
Still has the roar for like 1 more minute.
I mean, you see the concentration on the face of TA2000 right now. The game on the back of him, 300 ping.
That's not good.
That's not great.
Lifestealer is missing. They're talking about Lifestealer right now. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Perhaps it's like we need to kill him, or when he pops Rage, we now have Roar, we can get him that way. But OT, yeah, I love the fact that they were able to just really switch the way that they play in the middle of the game.
Getting hydrated there as, again, a 5,000 gold lead, but the things to watch for: Zeus right now dead and does not have buyback available to him. Is just 1,400 gold off of it. As Zeus reconnects, they're ready to go. How much do they need to hold this? TA2000 gets hit with an arrow right out of the pause.
That should be pretty free, right? Without the Zeus, I don't see how they can defend this. And then it's on OT. Do they want to poke a second Rax? Get the whole map in control? Let's see.
It's dangerous. Roche is up right now.
Yeah.
That's a really free and nice one.
Yeah.
But OT, do they get tempted? TA2000 walking back over to hit the tier 3 tower. Zeus back up in 25 seconds. 2 lanes is very, very nice. But Roche, are they going to give this up?
There's a DD rune up top.
Oh my god. That's so good.
And they see it.
Yeah, TA2000 going to head on over, and they will probably check Roche immediately. So they see that it's up and going to start trying to take this down. OG, can they get here in time?
I don't think they can. There's also a full BKB completed on Noob. Like, he can go into these fights. All he has to look at is DM with the roar.
Oh, the root coming out from the Hawk. They use the Zeus Nimbus as well to see this. Roche is dropping lower and lower, and I think that they're going to get it in time. Yeah, can't get here quick enough on OG. So Aegis on to TA2000. The buyback status for all of them is there for the timing of it, but Noob and the Rubik Omar still a little ways away in terms of gold.
Okay, so for OT, it's going to be time to push out some waves. Bottom lane is a little bit of an annoying spot, starting to push in. There's 2 siege waves as well. So once they get the waves in control, I think they can look for a smoke.
How much does this nullifier from Yuragi change the state of the game to you?
So it's again, how many? There's 2 Force Staffs, a Glimmer Cape. I mean, it will help him get on the target, but I feel like for him, it's more about actually getting in the fight, not sticking on someone. The bigger problem is for him to even get to hit someone at all.
Yeah. Well, and they do have the Blink Dagger now done for DM.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets caught with the Hex! Oh, BKB TP out, maybe? No, it's not going to happen. They bring down the Beast, and that was without buyback. So 60 seconds, no Beast.
Okay, that's big. Continue to push in the lanes, not a tier 2 tower. Maybe poke up a tier 3 perhaps, or go around the map. BZM wants to maybe take back his own outpost.
And if they were to click on him, they would see that he does have that Blink Dagger now. Might be a signal that there was a, no buyback used in that moment, or no buyback available in that moment.
Okay, it's Tiger, he's looking.
Oh, God. Oh,
they see him.
Oh,
Hex.
they got him. They dropped it down.
He didn't know.
The dust available, and yeah, that one hurts. Now, no Mirana. He will have it back up in 50 gold. Let's maybe get that guy a bounty rune.
Well, he wanted to set up, but OT were 1 step ahead. 12k gold lead. Noob's in a great position again. You have 20 seconds, 3v5.
Oh, and Ooredoo. Do they spot him? Yuragi's there. Needs to be careful of that Hex. He's going to pop that Rage. Goes immediately onto TA, going to back out for a moment, and Lightning Bolt keeps enough distance there.
Looking in the back.
Looking for it and finding it. The leash is there. DM shows back up, though. The egg is down, and BZM caught and killed with no buyback on that Zeus.
They got Yuragi as well.
No buyback on Yuragi. They are going to take these buildings down. Ooredoo Thunder up a magnificent amount of gold, 16k, and starting to hit these, well, buildings might just not stop.
What a great play from Noob. He hid in the trees, jumped in, coiled, and then pushed BZM out with the Psychic Headband to actually initiate that fight.
And another roar going to be used, finding this techie
stolen
Stu,
arrow.
who had been so annoying for them this entire time.
GG.
GG is called. Ooredoo, they're pushing us to a game 3.
Oh, I love how they bounce back in this game. We thought OG, they just had it clear, cleanly, but then OT, they win this one fight with the Hex.